Title: The World's Laziest Man. Became the most successful by doing nothing. The paradox of success through inaction. Charlie Wilkins was fresh off his greatest paradox yet, beating the casino at its own game by betting on himself to lose and winning big. But as he basked in his newfound wealth, something strange started to happen. His paradox stopped working. No matter how many bets he made, nothing seemed to go his way anymore. His always-losing strategy had broken down. And then, as if on cue, he received a mysterious letter. No return address, just a single line of text. "If you want to win again, try doing absolutely nothing." Charlie frowned. That doesn't make any sense. How can I succeed by doing nothing? But his life had already been turned upside down once. Maybe it was time to test another paradox. Determined to crack the code, Charlie committed himself to absolute total laziness. He didn't apply for jobs, didn't respond to emails, didn't even cook his own food. He just sat on his couch and let life happen to him. At first, nothing changed. Days passed, and he started feeling like an idiot. But then, things started happening. His landlord, assuming he moved out, mistakenly filed some paperwork, and suddenly his rent was listed as paid for the next 2 years. A random recruiter found his old resume and, assuming he was playing hard to get by not replying, offered him an executive position with a ridiculous salary. His phone buzzed, an email from a long-lost relative. Apparently, Charlie had inherited a huge fortune from an uncle he didn't even know existed. All of this because he did nothing. Charlie's eyes widened. Wait a minute, am I winning at life by being lazy? Word spread about Charlie's new philosophy. Soon, the Wilkins method became a viral sensation. Social media blew up with people trying it. Shaquan Wilkins' challenge trended worldwide. Motivational speakers hailed him as the prophet of effortless success. Tech moguls invited him to speak at conferences about productivity. TV shows labeled him as the king of laziness. But the irony? He was now one of the most successful people alive. Charlie was invited to a live interview on national television. The host leaned in, skeptical. "So, Charlie, you're telling us that your success is entirely because you did nothing?" Charlie smirked. "That's right, and I challenge you to prove me wrong." To test his theory, the show gave Charlie 1 week to complete 3 challenges. 1. Get a high-paying job without applying. 2. Find true love without making the first move. 3. Solve a major life problem without lifting a finger. Charlie simply shrugged. "Easy, I won't do a thing." And just like that, he sat on stage and waited. By the 3rd day, things took a surreal turn. A CEO in the audience, impressed by Charlie's confidence, offered him a lucrative position. Challenge 1. Complete. Yadaber. A woman from the show's audience approached him, laughing. "I love a man who knows what he wants, even if what he wants is to do nothing." They exchanged numbers. Challenge 2. Complete. The show producers, trying to make him fail, hired a hacker to freeze his bank accounts. But due to a technical error, instead of freezing, the system accidentally credited Charlie with $1 million. Challenge 3. Complete. The audience gasped. The host threw down her cue cards. "This is impossible." Charlie leaned back in his chair. "Nope, it's just the paradox of doing nothing." Charlie had built an empire on laziness, but something felt off. His bank account overflowed. He had everything he could want, and yet he was starting to feel empty. With nothing to strive for, every day felt the same. Food showed up at his doorstep without him ordering. Opportunities came, but he felt no real sense of accomplishment. In the 10, he started to wonder, is this really success? Or am I just a passenger in my own life? Then one night, his phone buzzed with another anonymous message. This one was different. "Doing nothing has served you well, but be careful, because the moment you stop caring, you lose everything." Charlie's heart pounded. What did that mean? Charlie tried to ignore the message, but the next morning his entire world collapsed. His bank accounts were mysteriously wiped. His businesses crumbled overnight. His name was trending, but for all the wrong reasons. People were calling him a fraud, saying his success was just dumb luck. He panicked. What had changed? What had he done differently? Then he realized it. For the first time in months, he had worried. He had tried to figure things out. He had cared. And in that instant, the paradox unraveled. Desperate, he ran to the bar where it all started. And there, waiting in the shadows, was the old man. Charlie gasped. You knew this would happen, didn't you?" The old man smirked. "Of course, everything comes with a price, even laziness." Behind him stood a group of shadowy figures in suits, watching Charlie in silence. "What test? Who are you people?" Charlie demanded. The old man chuckled. "Welcome to the next level. Now let's see what happens when you bet against reality itself." Charlie gulped. This was far bigger than he'd ever imagined. To be continued. Whoa! Another paradox, another insane twist. What would you do if success required you to do absolutely nothing? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next mind-bending episode of Paradox Stories. Next episode. The more you try to be perfect, the worse you get. Stay tuned.